Gaming with SK playing Jaina, Sarah playing Muradin, Gemini on Rhaegar, Sanjian playing Sylvanas, and finally Im will be played by, Im will play Thrall. And their opponents in the red, Team No Limit representing Korea. We have Crazy Moving on Greymane, SCSC playing Sonya, Noblesse playing Johanna, Sniper on Tastar, and Uther will be played by Jaehyun.
Let the battle begin.
All right, starting to look at the talent picks here. Oh, look at this cute little move from TNL. And this is something they haven't done this tournament yet, as far as I know, which means they have been hiding it. All right, this happens a lot. It's basically you body block the minions to make sure that they arrive in the middle slightly later than your opponent, which means that the minion clash will happen closer to your towers, which makes it a little bit safer and more risky for the opponent to try and be near that.
And that means that you get ahead on those early rotations down into the bottom lane. EDG maybe trying to stop that using even the Earthbind Totem just to slow that rotation down so they can catch back up to it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how Edward Gaming is managing to prevent an awkward mid-fight. Something that TNL actually did against MVP Black yesterday, and they died with 4 people in the beginning. China, oh, this is crazy. Like, they go for the 2-3 rotation, completely different than what we usually see, kind of the herpa-derpa 5-man mid-fight on both sides. Instead, they send Thrall and Sylvanas to the top. They already got 2 towers!
They've got 2 towers.
This is crazy.
As long as they can mitigate the damage that they'll take in this mid-bottom rotation too, they're going to totally come out on top of it. I love this move from Edward Gaming. Even going after Crazy Moving. Gets hit by the Pharaoh Lunge, but is surviving. No first blood.
Oh, Gilly, this is so good already. Everything that Edward has done so far, it's almost too much to talk about. Even with what you said, that slow totem and the Muradin, the dismounting of that 4-man rotation to the bottom, it cost 1 minion to be lost in terms of XP for TNL, and Edward arrived there already. They got more out of mid and bottom with 3 against 4. That's crazy.
It's so cool to see a team know what they're going to excel at with their composition and come out of the gates right away with it. They have the Sylvanas. They know that they have the wave clear and can take out early structures like that. Take full advantage of it. Now have a nice little bit of an experience lead.
I feel like Edward is dictating the whole pace of the game so far, but keep in mind in Heroes of the Storm it can just wrap around with one mistake in just an instant. Oh my god! What?
What an early Dragon Knight, 2 minutes, 13 seconds.
And they kick Johanna behind the fort. Jaina and Muradin are in hot pursuit.
Oh my goodness. Sarah coming around to the side, slows from the Thunderburn. Stormbolt will make sure that Noblesse is not getting anywhere. At this point, it's just prolonging the inevitable. Maybe stopping the rest of the team from fighting, but hello, Edward Gaming is here, and they're already to try to take out game number 1.
Yeah, 4 forts down, 4 towers down, sorry, 4 towers down at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And 1 takedown already, level 6 versus 4. I never, ever see this at competitive level except on Sky Temple because of the lasers. But on Dragonshire, 6 versus 4, even for just a few moments, this is unprecedented.
It was Sylvanas who had to pick that up, so they didn't get the Sylvanas plus the Dragon Knight first, but hey, they're still very happy they had the Dragon Knight, even setting up in the position the minute that Sylvanas is done with the Dragon Knight to grab their Giants too.
Such good timing, not a single second wasted. By comparison, TNL gets here, of course they still have to defend. Just a few seconds later already, which gives the initiative to Edward. Where are they going to go?
Edward has nearly grabbed level 7 talents. Let's see what they get with that as they continue on their build. Everything looks very standard for all of them so far. It's going to be Deep Chill, which we've seen quite a bit of for Jaina. More slows for them to hopefully be able to just keep slowing down their opponents too in the fights so they can pick up to them whenever they can.
Classical Wolfheart coming out of Greymane in order to have the cooldown reset on that attack speed on the inner beast. The last 2 towers are already being assaulted here by the siege camp. Edward Gaming is doing so well. They're
really utilizing it too with the Sylvanas, and they haven't picked up their bruisers yet, but Thrall is staying up in the top to deal with the bruiser push that TNL had, and this level lead that was once only a little bit is starting to climb out in Edward Gaming's favor. They're getting pretty close to getting to where they're going to be a lot further on to their heroic abilities.
Now the bruiser camp is being captured, and the way these 2 camps work, siege camp has the highest damage potential. It can really push enemy tower, fort, keep core, and so on, but bruiser camp takes the longest to clear up. And so actually grabbing Siege Camp first into Bruiser, I feel like is generally a stronger move than Bruiser Camp into Siege Camp. Because this Siege Camp will get cleared up pretty easily as soon as it gets to the tower. In fact, Sylvanas will blow it up quite easily. But this Bruiser Camp, this one is going to still be active by the time the Shrine starts. So EDG, once again, just like yesterday, showing themselves to be a master of the control of these Merc camps.
And that's going to force some members of TNL to go up and help Sonya. Thrall could be in trouble as Crazy Moving starts to jump into his Worgen form, but he knows that if they knew the rotation was coming in and he is going to be safe. But the minute that TNL send people up to deal with the Bruisers, guess what EDG do? They start to push in and throw some damage down, almost getting the well in the bottom.
It's beautiful. Jaina going to the middle. There's no one
Oh
there.
my
They get it
gosh.
once again.
Okay, there is a Dragon Knight. And there is level 10 heroic abilities for Edward Gaming, a full level ahead. This defense going to be tough for TNL now, knowing that they don't have the heroic abilities.
This is so flawless play by EDG so far. Everything seems orchestrated in a perfect symphony of teamwork. Trying to move in on Johanna now. Iron Skin gets used.
The Water Elemental is out. Good. Blizzard hits a lot of damage from Noblesse. They're going to have to push them back into. They don't have their heroic abilities. They're forfeiting these fort. And I love the split push too with Gemini in the mid. They're trying to hold TNL apart, and that their defense, where no matter where they defend, it's just not going to be quite enough in the other place.
And the Dragon Knight moving in once again with the next minion wave. That is going to be a second fort, I think. Kicked Greymane away. Second fort will stay alive, but really nice result. Constantly using Sylvanas as a huge secondary threat.
Right, it's still very low. It's going to be no trouble at all to get either of those forts. The bottom one barely surviving too, but heroic abilities are here for TNL too. It will be Force Wall for Tassadar. Everything very normal. No leap for us, sadly, this game.
Yeah, Wrath of the Berserker for that extended sustain and damage. Now, this is the first big move that I'm seeing coming out from TNL. They started grouping up, understanding that EDG so far has been playing in perfect synchrony. They have not wasted any second, which means that as soon as the Dragon Knight ran out, they are learning from this match. They know that EDG will be posturing to take that siege camp already, and Noblesse was in perfect position to see that, and by seeing it, making it not happen. The observer always changes the situation, doesn't he? So here they are with 5 people invading.
Got the invade. They're tossing in on the point, and a condemn from Noblesse. EDG does get a heal on Sarah, and they will continue into the fight now. Going after Noblesse. Crazy moving out in front, trying to get people low enough so that he can be able to take them out, but just not finding it. And they do get the siege camp, but the amount of time that Edward Gaming was soaking still and not losing anybody means they still have an advantage in the experience.
Yeah, in terms of XP, they're still ahead. They also still have that fort down, but the XP gap is closing a little bit. Of course, if nothing else changes, it will close naturally, just because you need more XP for every subsequent level. And in terms of the fight, that went fairly okay for TNL. Not only do they not have to clear up the siege camp with a delayed timer, but they also didn't need to use Divine Shield in that fight.
EDG clearing out the Giants very quickly. They always have the threat of pushing onto that bottom fort, mid even too, if they can find the rotations there. And you saw the shield from Tassadar trying to make sure they can keep it alive where they can. When you lose your forts in these lanes, it becomes a lot more difficult as the minions start pushing into your queue structures to get back out to the shrine and stop your opponents from getting the Dragon Knights, which is already it's been a problem for TNL.
Yeah, I mean, it was 5 minutes and 2 Dragon Knights captured for EDG here.
Right. But they are going to try to take out these structures of their own. There's experience in the bank if they can start to take out some of these towers as they are about to be down a talent tier, but only for a little bit of time.
How does EDG do it? Every time they manage to have Sylvanas +1 pushing into a fort. At the top, Thrall and Sylvanas are pushing. They're going to get a fort. It's halfway already. And TNL needs 4 of their members just to push in here. Thrall moving to the middle, Sylvanas is solo pushing. So XP, once again, will be in Edward's advantage.
Still been able to protect the fort for now. Blizzard trying to zone them out away, bring down the health bars as they can, but the top completely controlled. Sylvanas is starting to move down. They may try to go for a big fight here.
Sonya saw that. SCSC saw that Sylvanas is coming down, so it's going to be a 5v5 potentially, but EDG is not taking neutral 5v5. They only want to fight in advantageous position, so they're going to put the pressure on, but the double lasers channeling the DK for them already.
Their Blessed Shield goes down though. Sundering comes out from M, and Hanjan has to use Haunting Wave to get away. M taken away from the fight immediately, but SCSC needs the Divine Shield to try to help build up the health from the Whirlwind, but still TNL got what they wanted. They took out a member, and it's going to be a lot harder for EDG to get this Dragon Knight.
Yeah, but now Ancestral's up. I feel like Edward can cautiously start to attack anyway, even in a 4 versus 4 or 4 versus 5 situation. They have Ancestral. Everything else got burned for TNL.
Well, Crazy Moving gets hit by a Storm Bolt, but the fact that they've got the one of the shrines takes a bit of the pressure off of TNL. But Sanjian waiting to see if maybe Johanna's going to go back up and they can go grab it too, especially now that Sonya, they see Sonya up in the top. They see that their TNL is starting to spread out a bit.
Yeah, and that's how you get the advantage in numbers on this map, which is why it's almost never a 5v5. Oh, the Ancestral misses!
It misses, but now Crazy Moving's in trouble, disengages away from the fight. EDG still trying to contest in the fight, but yet again they have one person down now in this Dragon Shrine phase.
Yeah, TNL showing their class here, managing every situation better and better. They're crawling back into this game. Jaehyun getting caught out here. You cannot cleanse yourself anymore. No Divine Shield, he's gonna go down!
Good Blizzard will secure that kill for EDG and the bottom shrine too, but still, even when you lose one person, it's still pretty difficult to try to get both of the shrines if it's just one, because there's always going to be a place where you have to be separated and your opponents can take advantage of that.
Oh, let's see how this gets handled. Bruiser Camp is still up. Actually, both shrines going to TNL now, so we get to that awkward phase where Edward is going to have to try and cancel it while they take the top. Won't take too long though, Jane is already capturing it. And the race for level 16 is on. Jaehyun gets revived. Once again, Siege Camp here being the point of contention.
And I know Jaina is in the top, so they'd be a 4v4 in the fight. They've got this good position. They've got the Force Walls, which is always a threat if someone tried to jump in on this. And as long as they can get the Giants, they have a big push in the Mercenaries there that someone will have to go and deal with. But as long as they steal those away, then they take away some of the power that Sylvanas can bring to EDG.
Let's see, Sylvanas is defending double Siege Camp. Both shrines once again going to TNL, and they're in a very awkward position to try and stop it.
Oh, Gemini might try. Piercing Bolt is going to help from Sarah momentarily, but can't stay there for forever. Do they have anybody on a shrine? They do not. Sylvanas trying to come in, but they found SCSC. The Sundering comes out. SC zoned away from the rest. Jaehyun does have Divine Shield. Doesn't use it though, so that's nice that they didn't burn that.
Yeah, he knew exactly that it wasn't going to be necessary. Sonya taking a Sundering there, very important. Heroic engage, Water Elemental has been used, Avatar has been used, and TNL still has everything. But Thrall manages to take the top.
He takes the top, but the getting Avatar to be used, Water Elemental, Sundering as well takes away a lot of the engage potential for EDG. TNL have to be pretty happy about that, sending Tassadar once again to the top while they get their bruisers. They have the potential to make a rotation happen from EDG where they might once again be able to vie for that Dragon Knight.
Now I think TNL has a really good late game composition. Tassadar becomes practically unkillable with perhaps Rewind and Dimensional Warp and Depressions. Uther gets Redemption, Sonya gets Ignore Pain, Johanna gets Indestructible potentially, so I feel like Edward should be ahead a little bit more. And that's what they need to get out of this fight.
Oh, Ice Block from Jaina, but it's not going to be enough as she's gone from the fight. And again, TNL with the first kill in the fight, forcing Edward Gaming back. Divine Shield even kept SCSC alive from the initial engage. And this is, ever since TNL started to get to that point where they could fight back, this has been like every single fight. EDG lose one and just have to leave the fight, allowing TNL free reign of the map.
Yeah, the early Sylvanas push was super effective, but they're getting trouble to get that aggressive push in anymore. In the end, team fights become really crucial, and TNL has just been dominating each one. We see the constant focus fire on Sonya, but there's so much to save that Sonya there. The Tassadar shields and the Divine Shield and everything.
And they found Jaina maybe too far forward for the team, and that was big for them, but she is back in the fight. Dragon Knight sieging up the well, taking away some of the re-engage potential for Edward Gaming. There is 1-4 up top, generally not the most important place for you to siege. We'll see if they continue to siege in the mid. They may send the rest up to the top while the Dragon Knight stays here to try to do that.
Yeah, what TNL needs to do is to take down this fort and kind of split and get the XP so that they can race on the way to level 20 the fastest. Now Edward, they've been losing a lot of the fights recently, and here's how I think that they can take a fight. If they get a good sundering on multiple members and predict correctly, Savannah's predict correctly where they're going to get pushed and hits a wailing arrow on everyone, they can finally have a chance to burst someone down. But without a wailing arrow sundering combination, it seems pretty difficult for them to take down TNL's members as they are so tanky.
I love Edward Gaming even was like, oh, we can get the person in this Dragon Knight. Oh wait, it's Tassadar. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
And once again, Tassadar waiting to see if someone will try to come in and they can split the fight with a force wall. And even just the idea that that could happen prevents Edward Gaming from really going in and contesting these giants. So yet again, they have to clear up their own giant camp.
EDG planned out the beginning just wonderfully, but at this point it becomes pure adaptation, and TNL is adapting extremely fast, barring any big mistakes. It looks like they have a good momentum here in order to get the next Dragon Knight. They're well on their way to level 20. They've constantly got the camps pushing while there's other things going on, so they have that distraction.
Yeah, but Edward Gaming are trying to catch up in experience. They're not super far behind, but they are also rotating as the 5-man team. They're not feeling comfortable and really splitting up.
Look at this, TNL in hot pursuit. They know that the longer these fights take, the more the siege camp value will be at the bottom. They're moving in super hard on Gemini, sundering for the disengage.
Sundering has to be used, and that's a long cooldown that they're able to get. Sar wants to come back in the fight, but it's Sniper, it's Tassadar. He uses Dimensional Shift to get out of trouble.
Siege camp pushing at the bottom. That means that if they show 1 to 2 members there, TNL could once again push in, take down the fort, remove some vision, and then maybe go to the bruiser camp.
Oh, and even catch Sarah as he goes for the throw, or it goes for the kill, but it's not there. He always has Dwarf Toss, but they still do steal the bruiser camp and get their Storm Talents.
So they get this fort and they get the top shrine. Tassadar starting to move to the middle and bottom already to soak XP and contest maybe the bottom shrine. EDG is completely losing out on the mid to late game here. What can they do to get back into this game?
Get to 20 and then start winning their team fights. They need to make sure they're not losing the people the way that they have been. But I love that TNL right away is set up for the shrines, knowing that with 20 and that EDG is going to be defending their lanes, soaking experience. They grab the Dragon Knight just before EDG can get to that point.
Yeah, and I feel like this could be the final push here from TNL. They have all their invulnerability talents, and all EDG gets at level 20 is Bolt of the Storm, basically.
Maybe rewind on Rhaegar, Hardened Shield for Muradin. Probably be tankier, but they want to get into the fight actually using the Sundering.
Nice
Not
cleanse.
getting a lot of effect though.
Yeah, nice cleanse there on Crazy Moving. It was a Sundering into Stormbolt. Once again, the disengage of Sundering is already gone. TNL choosing to play it safe here. Don't worry, Tessar can't die.
They get Prescience at least, that's nice.
Was it Prescience? Maybe. Either way, he has a second one. He's still got Storm Shield, and it's going to be coming back in just 10 seconds.
There's a Blizzard in, oh okay, so there's the Prescience. And they're sieging up yet another keep. They've already taken one down. They've already made it a lot more difficult for Edward Gaming to get into long fights because of the catapult. The Sarah's coming in, they know this is the time. They have Avatar going and the rest are moving in, but they're also still trying to deal with SCSC in the Dragon Knight. And as soon as he pops up, that's Sonya. He's ready to go in the fight, but Sarah is doing such a good job of zoning the rest of the team away. Ignore Pain, lets SCSC get into the Divine Shield range, and now he's going after him.
Yeah, excellent play here by Sir. Oh no, he misses his Stormbolt for the second time on Sonya.
Oh, go for the throw. Jaina eliminated Sarah. Very close to death, but getting back into the Nexus. There's still time that he needs to heal back up, and Sanjian is in the same boat. Ancestral Healing keeps him alive, and they're going back in for the re-engage to save the core. Sundering comes out. Jaehyun caught in there, does have Redemption. He's going to start healing his teammates up.
Yeah, but there was almost no focus fire here from Edward as they were just scrambling to defend their core here. We have critical damage here on the core. TNL is starting to take it out, and there will be no way that Edward can stem the flow of onslaught here. TNL takes the first map.
They did what they can, but